Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Entropy Emporium. This is a TTRPG community collective, mostly queer TTRPG performers, where I have gathered as many people as I could possibly find to play a variety of silly games. And we have so many silly games coming up, which I will discuss at the end of the show tonight. But tonight is the evening for Weirdwilds War, our homebrew 5e campaign. Um, which I believe, with my players' agreement, will be switching to the sort of 5.5 rule set that they're ready to publish. Once that drops, we will be making the necessary changes. But for now, we are just a regular homebrew 5e campaign set in Nexifel, a world of peculiarity and mystery. I will go ahead and give my players a chance to go around and introduce themselves and let us know who they're playing and how their characters are feeling in the moment. And then we'll go into recap and get this thing kicked off. But we're going to go ahead and start with Kay.
Hey, well, I am Kate Purcell. I use she and they pronouns, and tonight I'm playing Brandon. Brandon is a T-Fork Ranger, and right now, he's feeling pretty good because, like, we want to fight, but also there's some weird stuff going on, so they're a little confused, and also a couple weird things happened during the fight, so they're confused, but that's not an unusual state for Brandon.
All right, and we're going to move
Fair.
on to Mika.
Hi, hello, I'm Mika. I do things. My pronouns are he, him, and today I am playing Lemon Sour, whose pronouns are it, its, for now. And Lemon Sour is a Lemon Sour type Warforged, who is feeling pumped up, like the song Pump Up the Jam, Kunk on Earth, because it just fought, and won. It's not bloodlust, it's just that's what it was built to do, fight.
Absolutely delightful. We are going to go ahead and move down and across to Gina.
Hey, I'm Gina, she, her. I am playing Adela, who is a Ladrin fighter. I forgot what kind of elf she was for a second. She is not feeling as hot as these two so far. Feeling very hurting cats. This is all a lot of trouble, and she has been trying to avoid trouble, and this is the opposite of accomplishing that. So, not good.
All right, and that leaves us with last but not least, B.
Hello, hello. My name is B Zelda. My pronouns are they, them, and I am playing Fern. I don't remember Fern's pronouns, and I've been looking very hard, which just means like I haven't gendered them in my head yet, so it might change. Who knows?
I have it written down. It's she, they.
Okay, that's what I thought,
That's what
but
I
I'm also
thought.
like, I don't know what that motivation came from. It might have been the first thing I said. Yeah,
Fair.
Fern is feeling confused, trepidation, confusion, insecure. I don't have any more immediate synonyms off the top of my head, but there's a lot of that. And I don't have answers for everything that I wrote here, so I'm excited to find out why.
And that leaves me. I'm JT. My pronouns are they, them, and I am the proprietor and creator of this wonderful, wonderful world. Just going to roll into some quick announcements that I forgot to do at the top before I kick off. First things first, we're raising money for the PCRF. As always, none of us are free until we're all free. And this is our way of helping and showing support. On top of that, we are also spreading awareness with his permission. A member of the TTRPG community is having a bit of a struggle. Lion has given permission to share the Kofi link to sort of get the mutual aid rolling. Feel free to donate if you can, spread it around. Because they are a very important part of the community, or at least the part of the community that I'm in. Um, he's a very kind soul, and he deserves all the help that he can get. So we are sharing that around. And then finally, if you like what we do and you want to hang out and roll dice with us, we have a Discord. All the links are in the chat, thanks to our wonderful moderation team. But without further ado, the rain has lightened up during your walk back to town. You are all, in a way, a fight broke out. You couldn't really help the situation, but some gung ho teens looking to help their town out and maybe make a quick buck off of some very volatile substance that they were peddling out of town already. You guys have gotten your hands on a sample of it, secure in a metal safe, I believe being carried by Fern. This substance was being coveted, let's say, by a very notorious gang, the Gang of the Nine Lives, which is a gang headed up by 9 simulacrums of a very old ancient wizard, each with their own sort of animal attached to them. They were going to take it back to the capital and sell it, but you guys have prevented that from happening. As you guys make your way back towards the cemetery, the rain eventually stops and you are left in a moonlit forest. The sounds of animals begin to return to the scene. And for the moment, all seems to be safe and okay.
So sorry, we are returning to the caravan?
The caravan is parked in the town. You guys were stopping for the night to stay at the tavern before
Right.
a gentleman came shouting after heroes to go and hunt down these kids who had supposedly been kidnapped.
Ernie's kids. That was really important. I got that one down. Do we want to find out where Freak got this? Our rat friend is clearly not telling us everything.
It's true.
I can punch it out of them.
Don't do that.
So little, and just they're so. You punch them once, and then they don't get back up, and then we don't get the information, and they've suffered some brain injuries, and everything they remember is false. It's it's those methods are just not really effective. I have a few books on it. I forgot to return them.
Sometimes tickling works.
No, that does actually. That's the form of torture. Surprisingly.
No, that's the point. Yeah.
Yeah.
While this is happening, as we're going into town and discussing what we're gonna do, do I see anybody moving around suspiciously, surreptitiously?
I will say, if this is sort of just a passive Adela, just making sure, if you could tell me you're passive. Otherwise, if you think you're more actively searching, you can go ahead and roll perception.
Yeah, I'm like actively taking a look since while things are not chill.
For what it's worth, my passive perception is 17. So.
Whoa.
Yikes, that was 11 plus 1, that's a 12. I don't know why I couldn't add plus 1.
Okay. I will say that neither of you have any particular inkling about if you're being watched or if you're being followed or if anything's moving. You see the typical fare that you would expect: some deer gallivanting about after the rain, getting ready to have their fill of whatever foliage has fallen to the ground. Birds are beginning to sort of chirp as the night goes on, but nothing out of ordinary for this forest.
So here's the thing. Adela knows that, like, the thing to do is to probably poke around and see what the heck is going on and, like, how this stuff is coming in and out. But, like, it sucks today. It's late. It's rainy. So it's like.
Well, it stopped raining.
It's true. It stopped raining. She doesn't really want to participate in whatever next steps shit is going on here. I think we were. She will sort of do it all. Well, whatever we're doing, we can't really carry on a box the entire time, can we? Gotta put it somewhere safe.
Well, we have a couple boxes. We have one that we were planning to keep, and the rest we were going to return. However, that's going to play out, I do believe.
Exchange them for information.
Yes. So I think we should put our box that we're keeping somewhere first.
Can we put it in your horse?
You cannot put it in my horse.
Oh.
But it might be a good
Not with
idea.
that attitude.
Might be a good idea to put it possibly near my horse so that we could keep track of it. Perhaps we don't really have any good quarters, so to speak.
We should get a bag of holding.
That would have been indispensable in this moment, but
Yeah.
we don't.
I'm sure my horse will keep a very good eye on it.
Could we put the box on the horse, like in a bag on the horse?
Not right now. He's in a stable.
Yes.
None of you are familiar with care and keeping of horses, are you?
No.
No,
Okay,
I don't.
The horse.
A lot of horses were out front.
Okay, we will. I will. I am going, whether they follow or not, to check on my horse Quark, because I don't trust any of these people in town anymore. That they haven't messed with my horse. Very fond of this horse, so gonna check on it.
Yeah. You guys hit sort of the border of town. The Taciturn is at the end of the road. You all make your way back. The stables are just off the tavern. Adela, you go in. Your horse is the only horse that is stabled up. The caravan horses get their own little pop-up tent. But Quark seems unbothered at the moment. Just sort of
That's
seems
good.
to be idling there, munching on some dry grass.
Okay. I'm glad for that. He is, for everybody else's thing, he's a very, very large, clearly like a war horse sort of deal, very well trained, very beautiful, like white horse, properly white. So it's probably very, very, I don't know what's the word, very obvious here in the dark. So
Conspicuous.
conspicuous, that's the word that I was looking for. Okay. Adela just sort of make sure that he looks okay, maybe gives him a little pat. Imagine he's not nonplussed about that, not very impressed. Okay, I think also this is a good place to maybe discuss where it is. As you can see, he doesn't wear the bags while he's stabled up.
But you could place a bag over top.
I don't think he would sleep well with that, but we can maybe store the box with him so that we could keep track of it. It doesn't get taken away.
What are the dimensions of this box? Like, I don't. Am I picturing like a ring box, like a shoe box?
It's like a
Imagine
4-inch by 4-inch. If a ring box
Oh.
had been sized up to fit a single vial with enough
Oh, this
padding
is a
to prevent
lot.
it from breaking.
Okay.
This is a lot smaller than I was imagining.
Same.
No,
I'm like,
yeah,
it's a
these
shoe
aren't-
box.
I was thinking
These are like
shoebox.
huge cases. No, each box contains a single
And
vial
why
of
are
this
we-
stuff.
And then we can just put it in somebody's bag.
I have
Yeah.
pockets. Yeah. I am not maybe the most defensible. Perhaps, and I'll like wave the box around. Could somebody
I feel
else?
I feel like the thing is, if we're caught with it, it makes the most sense that you have it. It's what's it called?
Is this like a legal? Is it because I have no legal record within this area?
No, I mean like it's a material that makes
You don't?
No, not here.
It's like a
Not here, so you got one elsewhere.
I have some unreturned library books.
Oh.
Hmm.
It's
It's not my jurisdiction.
It's an alchemical component, so it makes sense that you'd have it. And if you'd wanted to look at it, it's easier if you have it on you rather than asking the rest of us.
Okay. Can you roll to persuade me?
You decide.
I'm so torn because, like, as a student, would I be expelled from?
So Caldera Brass is an interesting school. They don't exactly expel you for just having an illegal substance,
Cool.
because as far as they care or as far as they're concerned, it is either part of your research or something you would have come across anyway. In fact, while you're out on this sabbatical, this research year, as a courser, you are pretty immune to school repercussions. And being immune to school repercussions does, in fact, give you some minor legal protections in the legal eyes of Tayyinem, because it's their school and you are one of their most valuable assets.
Wow. Okay. So I think then Fern just starts to like ramble and like babble nervously about like some non-existent legal stuff, and then ultimately she's like, but I suppose if this is counted towards, the research that I'm here doing, it wouldn't be the worst. And they'll just like, she'll instantly put it in one of the many pockets on the patchwork jacket that she wears.
Now, just for my edification, are you putting the whole box in or just the vial?
The whole box. That vial seems a little loosey-goosey, and I don't think it should just be on its own.
Fair enough.
Friends learn something in school. There's like the OSHA, like WMIS, whatever they have to do, but like the magic school version.
Well, with that settled, we can go return the rest of the boxes.
Yeah.
Return. Is there a plan for this? Should we intimidate Freak?
It is not really my concern. I'm not really one. Okay, like again, she's supposed to be one of the Scarlet Battalion here, but she's not. This is not her local policing.
You're the
work
literal
is
authority
not-
figure here.
Yeah.
Local policing work is not her jam. She's just like, I don't want to.
Yeah.
It's not really my purview, so if they want somebody else to take care of it, then I guess they should,
Fern
put
will
in a
look
request.
to Brandon and then look to Lemon Sour. Could you intimidate for information?
Yes.
Try.
Wonderful.
Easily.
Okay. Adela, if you just look important, I think that would add to this. I've seen some of there's an improv class that you could take as like an elective. So if everybody has like a role, and then we step into the scene, we execute the role, and perhaps if we're lucky, then Freak will let us know where he got I wrote arcane. Is arcane like the plural of flux?
Arcade is the street name of the substance.
Oh, okay. I wouldn't use the street name. That sounds too cool. And we can determine where Freak acquired all of this flux.
Wonderful. All
So like those kids, like they wanted to like help their town, right? And they were like gonna get, but if the town's like bad off, we were like told we'd get a lot of gold for doing this.
That is. Oh,
So
I see what you're saying. I think.
that's strange, right? That's like not. It's like
Where would that come from?
yeah, like I've been broke and I've told people like I'll pay you, but like I didn't have it, but like I had to get it in the meantime. But like, where are they gonna get that much gold? You know?
I don't know.
That
Maybe
is
you can ask.
suspicious.
Maybe you should ask.
The tavern keeper, Doran?
Doran is
Not-
the one who promised to pay you.
Yeah, she doesn't seem incredibly forthcoming. We would perhaps, have to do another intimidation act.
Looks to Lemon.
Yes. I can do intimidation. Yes. Like just very unintimidatingly, just moving his just a as
Beep
it
boop.
yeah, just beep boop.
Wonderful.
I think we
Beep
have a
boop.
plan.
Yep. So
Oh, this is exciting.
And as everyone starts to walk out, like Brandon's gonna kind of like tug at Lemon's elbow. Hey,
Yes.
back at the fight. You remember the fight, right? Because we were like back
Yes,
out in
vividly.
Okay. You went down, and I
Yes.
went to like shake you awake.
Yes.
Were you like you don't sleep, do you?
No.
Were you like just asleep?
Its brain, like there's just this blank look, like light in its eyes just flashes a little bit, like it's going off and on, and then it just ignores the question like it never heard you.
Huh. That's weird. It just follows.
You guys move out of the stables. The caravan is sort of just taking up the road here. Not a lot of traffic comes through here, except for the caravans, because those are the big. As a reminder, those are just the big groups of people that have hired Freak to help safely guide them from one end of Tainem to the other. In this case, to go to the capital, Gorashin. You do see just on his own at his wagon, Freak has pulled a flat back and is hunched over. You can see his little tail swishing outside the little wagon as you hear him rummaging around, cursing under his breath, looking for a few other things.
Fern's gonna look like to Lemon and then to Brandon.
Yeah.
You two should begin the intimidation.
Hey, you.
Hey,
There is a yelp followed by attempting to rise, hitting his head on something with a loud knock before he falls down and sort of scurries back out to meet the four of you. Yes, is there something I could do for you? Have you found
Yes.
the kids?
you should have horns. If you had horns, you wouldn't hit your head like that.
Not really my choice.
You'd hit your horns instead.
Yeah.
Yeah. We found. Yes, we found. I don't know what I'm supposed to say.
We got holds up a box.
We didn't practice.
Do you hold up like a crate?
You found them.
we
Where-
did find the kids with,
Yes, drugs.
I see what happened. Right.
Why did you have them?
Well, it's not exactly horribly profitable to just peddle strangers across a country, especially with as much as food is costing. So I've taken up a little side business, of course, to help reinvigorate small towns like this, where the Scarlet Battalion ain't walking so much. You understand? It's not anything shady, I can assure you that. It's medicinal, strictly speaking.
Feels shady.
Medicinal? Do you take us for idiots? Looks left, looks right. We know that this is flux. This is crystal mined in the weird. This is liquid to crystal. It is an explosive. It is dangerous, and you're traveling with this much of it. Do you know what this could do to all of us? If it exploded, we would all be just little bits all across the road.
That
No,
could probably
thank
be
you.
rebuilt.
Well, I would not.
I don't
I
think they would
understand.
rebuild me. I could.
Oh,
Be-
okay, yeah, it could
Yes.
happen. Mhm. What do you say to that, freak?
You must be a student.
What makes you say that?
Only a maker mage would be that afraid of something like this. It's refined. It's not volatile anymore. It's medicine.
Medicine, medicine for what?
For a disease called the rot.
What do we know about the rot? Is that real?
Anyone who would like to can make me a medicine check.
Ooh,
And this
Ooh.
this does have degrees of success.
It's gonna
okay.
go so badly.
If
Ah!
would
I rolled a 0.
What a great start.
Oh,
so good. I was gonna ask, would it be would the Warforged need to know anything about medicine? Like, is it mostly Warforged that are fighting
So
in Furor?
you are a lemon sour model. You're a war model.
Yeah.
You are built for killing things. You don't need to know how to heal organic beings.
Okay.
You would have
All
to
right.
look to one of your
Despite my
compatriots,
lay on
Lemonade
hands.
model.
Oh,
Damn it. I've definitely
So-
played Eliminate in the past. So I'm not going to bother to roll that.
So I've got like a +3 to my medicine, and I roll a nat 20.
Whoa!
wow.
Excelsior.
A
The
nat
exact-
20.
Exact opposite
I
of my
mean-
nat 1-0.
I know a lot about like
So good.
nature and like illnesses and junk.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, no. So you're going to get the full complement of information that is available. The rot is a real disease. There is very little known about it because it is new. It comes on fast and it kills even faster. It is essentially a fungal disease from the weird. It is not anything that anyone has ever seen before, but it causes its victims to essentially turn into mushrooms from the inside out. Now,
Ooh, cordyceps.
this comes with a whole host of treatments, which include essentially spending days upon days in a sauna to slow and then eventually kill whatever spores are being generated. There are a few treatments that involve hold on, let me get some mage names pulled up here because even I do not have a perfect memory. That involves some ever mages and other mages combining forces to do essentially a greater restoration, divine intervention type treatment. But Brandon, what you do know, just based on the very little that you've heard about Flux, is that it is almost in no way capable of treating this stuff. In fact, there are rumors that it even causes it.
No, yeah, like Brandon has not been quite your typical Brandon since the fight. Like he's kind of been falling back a little bit and kind of like looking thoughtful and like coming in, piping up every now and again. But there's something, and all of a sudden you're like, whoa, 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 hold on, like this stuff might cause the rot. I don't think there's any way it can like cure it. So like the rot, like it'd be really cool if it weren't like horrible. Like it turns you like into a mushroom, which sounds like really cool, but it's like not. Like, and it's terrible, and it's a lot. Like, I don't think this could like fix it. You need like saunas and junk for that.
Wow,
Okay.
that was very, very informative. I didn't know you did that, Brandon. I'm just gonna write
I
all
like-
everything down that you just said.
I like plants and stuff.
That's,
And
that's
mushrooms are
very
kind of
fascinating.
plants, but like they're really cool.
They're
Go ahead and-
incredibly cool.
Go ahead and roll the intimidation check with advantage.
Oh my god, I love that.
Is Lemon doing that?
Anyone
can.
can roll the intimidation check. It'll be
Okay,
with
I'm doing
advantage
this.
because of Brandon's little.
Yes.
I want to try. My minus
Okay.
2.
Anyone can. You will not
Ooh.
hinder your party if you
That
Okay.
is
fail.
an 18 plus 4, 22.
22.
I rolled 2 17s.
Ooh.
But my
I'm
intimidation
not-
isn't great. That's 19.
I'm not gonna roll because I'm trying to sort of hang back because I
Mhm.
want to sort of very slowly sort of flank to very as slowly as possible try to flank
Mhm.
toward one of the sides to cut off if he's gonna run anywhere. So
Yeah.
I'm not rolling this because I'm trying to not to be less conspicuous now that I've remembered what that word is.
So, yeah, with the respective roles that all of you got, you see Freak begins to not sweat a little bit, but his whiskers begin to twitch, and his eyes do begin to dart, and he sees that you have sort of flanked him off, Adela. Okay, right. So, not medicine for rot, but it is, in a way, a societal medicine in that it's going to help this little town get back on its feet and become the farming village it once was again. Yeah?
Yeah. but
What?
what's it gonna do to the people who take it?
Not really my wheelhouse or my problem, is it?
We're making it your problem. Very confident in that statement.
Listen, I don't study the effects of this substance on its users. I just know that it's turned the tides of some battles off in Obrim. It's
Wow.
potent stuff. This. They've even started giving it to some gladiators in Führer.
What have we properly tested the long-term effects? What happens to these subjects after they've taken it? This just doesn't seem
I
Right.
have not been made aware of any tests.
Have I heard about this being given to people in Obram? Or this churning tides in Obram?
You have not heard of any miracle substance turning the tide of battle, but you do know that it was not looking good for Obrim
Yeah.
when you were sent to join the war effort. There's a very specific reason that you were hand selected, and it's because it
Yeah.
wasn't looking good.
No, there haven't been any like tide turning things. Like that's like not what's happening.
Disagree, lad. Führer has reported great progress on the front lines.
Who told you that? Who told you that?
I heard it straight from the distributor myself.
Who is?
Yeah, who is that?
I'm afraid that information's proprietary.
Well, we're making it non-proprietary.
I can't just
What does
go giving
proprietary
away-
mean?
Like it belongs only to them.
Oh,
Yeah, but we want
To
to
who?
belong. The person who sold the flag, like the original person who probably crafted it in like a secret lab, you know.
Oh, information
Right.
should like be free.
Yeah, absolutely. I get library
feel like-
free.
I feel like I should know this information. Beep boop.
Mm,
Okay. I don't exactly know who's distributing it.
who do you get it from? Who gives you the boxes?
Nobody. I drop off some money in a little drop box, and then I return a day later before I leave Coved. And there's the arcane in the Dropbox for me to
What?
ship.
Dead drop. That's smart. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
You're nodding like this is a normal thing, Brandon. I'm appalled.
Why?
There's no checks and balances. This isn't something you should just leave behind. What if like a cat had walked by and decided to open the box and consume some of this?
I'm not saying doing that with the flux is smart. I'm just saying like dead drop is generally like a good,
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I would love to talk about that later. That's more interesting.
so if you don't know who gives it to you, who do you give it to?
Well, I sell it here.
Okay.
That's what I was bringing into to Doran. Those crates were filled with this stuff, and then it was gone.
You've done this before? Here?
I in the last year have made 40 different trips across the continent, and each and every single one of them I have purchased and dropped off a shipment of this.
My
So
tiny
these-
worldview is shattered.
So these teens, they have legitimately stolen this box from you. Is that what I'm to believe?
They have, yes. If they stole it to sell it to someone, then it's because they weren't aware that that's exactly what Doran is supposed to be doing with it.
I believe that.
You may roll insight if you would like to.
Yeah, this doesn't really add up, in my opinion.
19.
Yeah, no, Doran is not selling this stuff.
Yeah, those bandits, they weren't here to, like,
Yeah,
purchase
so
it
Doran
from
is
Doran.
not- Yeah. So Doran didn't actually sell it, and so the teens didn't actually steal it. It was just
The teens did steal it.
they
It
did
wasn't.
steal it.
It wasn't theirs to take and distribute. Freak fully intended to just sell this to Doran and be on his way, but you can tell that he knows what Doran is doing with it, and it's not selling it to whoever.
Well, Freak, I don't know if I quite believe that. You know?
Do you know
You're
why
welcome.
she's rich?
You see Freak's whiskers twitch again. I will say that 19 will carry over for a little bit here. You're gonna have to take that up with her, especially if you want to continue on this caravan. Let's say, stop bothering me about it. If she finds out I've disclosed anything further, you won't be able to continue without me anyway.
Oh,
This is true.
I have one more question. I have one more question.
Go ahead.
Thank you. Why or what do you know about the simulacrum Captain Nine Lines?
I know he's a major jackass, all 9 of him.
That's true.
What do you want to know? There's 9 of them. One is a cat. Well, they have animals. Animal personality grafted magically into them at birth, and every time one dies, they are reborn essentially in Gorasin to take over the missing sect. They're a real pain in my ass because they're
Because
they're
one's a cat.
Sure, but you've also got the fox, the raccoon, the ferrets, the hedgehog.
Keep going.
Cat. The
Is that like a
dolphin,
boar? Oh, dolphin.
the boar,
There's got to be some kind of land creature with horns.
There's a serpent.
and the serpent. Yes.
That I have in my notes.
Nice.
Wow.
They're vicious. They are vicious. They've been trying to get their hands on Arcane for eons.
Do you know why?
Yes.
Will you tell me why?
No.
Oh. Will you tell my friends if they intimidate you?
Oh.
Will you tell us after we leave this town?
If you leave me alone.
Brandon just fully turns and looks at the others.
You gotta go talk to Darren
I
anyway.
can do that.
So, and we do need to continue in this caravan.
Yeah. Can we have our own caravan? Oh no, keep going. I'm asking for too many things. I just got excited.
No, keep going. We've got the upper hand.
I want a horse. Or a
The
donkey, or a
balances
mule.
in the capital are not as sturdy as the king would have you believe.
Yes.
Encantor
Ah.
and the Scarlet Battalion are hiding something from the people, and I think Captain Nine Lives can detect it, and having Arcane would be able to tip things in his favor, either temporaneously or permanently.
Wait, King who?
King Cantor, King of Tainem, Lord of the Realm.
Guy in charge. Doesn't matter.
The superimposer over Caldera Brass, the
Ooh, good title.
No.
Legion's King, the Emperor of War,
Oh, yes.
the flaming sword of Mountainhome.
Yes.
Any of those titles ring a bell?
Yes.
I don't think
Yeah.
The scourge of culture.
you'll get much out of this one, so I wouldn't worry. Freak.
Okay, no, that's fine. Okay, leave me alone now.
Yeah, well, thank you for your time. The Scarlet Battalion thanks you.
Oh,
Della tries to shoo everybody to Doran then. Seems more useful.
Thank you.
Are we going in like as like heroes showing off the boxes, or are we being like subtle?
oh yeah, let's make a plan again. I'm really enjoying this. I don't get to make a lot of plans in my day-to-day. Not like this.
Adela is shooing them
exciting.
away from Freak, and she will say, as she's shooing them away, she's like, well, the cat is away for a while, if you know what I mean.
There's a cat.
She says it's a
Meow.
freak. She says it's a freak. And then tries to usher everybody so we can war plan on this. Talking about cats, hurting these cats.
I really like cats. I'm just saying.
Oh,
I don't know what a
I'm
cat
pretty
is.
fond of them. I like when the cats are smaller than me. It's much cuter than when they're larger than I am.
So, do we continue to be concerned about this Arcane deal?
Absolutely. This is a conspiracy that goes all the way up to the top. This is kind of like the thesis that I could really do my entire PhD on the magic version.
Hey, what would the magic version of a PhD be?
For Maker Mages,
MHD.
for Maker Mages, it is just just a mystery, I'll say, because
Ooh,
any
ooh.
Maker Mage that graduates Caldera Brass is almost immediately shipped off to Mountain Home.
Right. Yeah, I don't like that. It's like I want to graduate, but I don't want to leave.
A degree in well, okay, what does PhD even stand for?
Oh, good question.
Okay, glad it's
D
not
is
just me.
doctorate. P's pretty.
A PhD is a doctor of philosophy. It is your doctorate in a particular field, because typically science and arts are considered to be forms of philosophy as the basis. Natural philosophy making up the primary of what science is, and arts making up the contingent of what
Yeah.
metaphysics and uh, the other schools of philosophy, which I'm blanking on at this moment, which is sad because I was a philosophy major.
We are learning things here
For
today.
shame.
This is really cool though.
Wait, okay,
Like,
so-
the term is doctorate that I should have used in that instance.
The Doctor of Magic.
Yeah,
PhD.
yeah. Okay. I
Oh.
thought you were just being funny, but you were being funny and true.
Actually, it would be an MD, which is
Cool.
silly because it's also a medical doctorate.
I mean, it's the same, right?
Someone in chat just posted
Oh
THM,
yeah, THM,
Magister of
Magister of
Thaumaturgy.
Thaumaturgy. I like that.
Hey, hey, lurking
Ooh.
writer.
Yeah.
Can
Yeah,
I borrow
thank you,
that?
Lurking
The
writer.
lurking writer. I'm taking it. That's good. That's classy.
Yeah, anything
Sick
posted
as
in this
hell.
chat belongs to JT since this is their channel.
Actually, legally my intellectual property. I'm joking.
Yeah.
It's a disclaimer
I'm-
now.
I'm not.
Right.
I'm not.
Now, I'm joking.
So, going to ask Doran what she is doing. I had to reference pronouns real quick. What she is doing with this? For your
I think that's a good
studies.
idea.
Okay.
It's perhaps worth investigating. It seems that Doran is purchasing this Flux and can be determined if she is distributing it truly out to the farmers, or is this just being resold to help the capital? There are a lot of branches that are kind of, twining and sticking out, and we've got to bring them back in. We have to learn something really important, and I think Doran will be the right one.
Yeah, I think so.
Are we
Nice.
intimidating? Is that the
Think we
plan
can.
again?
I think we can work that out in media res.
Okay. Yeah.
You guys make your way into the tavern. It is still awash with frantic townsfolk. They see you come in. The teenagers are in the tavern as well, sitting down and talking to Elias, their parent, and they cheer for you. The townsfolk cheer. The old man who got you in the first place comes up and offers up a bag of gold. Doran asked me to leave this with you. She had to step out back for a bit to handle business. I'm not really entirely sure, but this is your payment for rescuing our children.
Oh no. And like Fern tries to whisper to Adela, do we take it or go find Doran?
Adela is already taking it while she's leaning down. She's like actively taking it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's literally just, yeah, thanks. Thank you for. She'll pass it off to, I guess, Brandon. Lemon's hair doesn't seem like a money type to her.
No, Lemon actually has a coin slot.
Oh my
Uh,
God.
in his palm. Yeah, hold out, put it in the palm. It goes somewhere.
She'll
Hilarious.
still. She's not
Yeah,
looked
it
at Lemon
happens.
Tower that closely. She doesn't know that yet, but I love that. I love knowing that. Yeah, she'll give it
It's
to
fine.
Brandon.
It's not going to notice. Yeah.
She'll give it to Brandon to hold. She's like, "Thank you for, I guess," but it is. Doran isn't here. That seems very strange. Who's running the inn in the interim?
Oh well, that would be that would just be her backup bartender.
Is that
I
you?
never got his name. No,
Mm.
no, I have not tended bars since college.
What's
I
college?
It's like a school you go to after school to specialize.
Lemon sour, what do you think I do?
I don't really know.
Oh,
It's not important to my function.
oh, I go to school, like a college, but like really fancier and a lot more
Yeah.
magical
Beep boop. Okay.
for learning.
I'll take a glance at the bar. Do I, in fact, see somebody there?
I've been debating all night how I'm gonna rule this.
Ooh.
Go ahead
Okay.
and make
Oh.
me a wisdom saving throw.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Hold on. 1 second. Let me check something.
I have a surprisingly good wisdom saving throw.
You are a paladin.
Which
Is this is correct. Is this the charmed, does this involve the charmed condition?
Does not involve being charmed or
Okay.
frightened.
Okay. I have to ask that because I have advantage against those.
Yes, you do.
Oh, that is an 18 -1 for a 17, and then I assume I'm no, yeah. We're not at that
So-
high level. We're level 1.
Yeah.
That is a 17.
You look at the bartender, and it is hard to look at him. Not because he is too bright, not because he is particularly not good looking, but because when you do look at him, it is as though your brain is trying to write over what it sees,
Oof.
which is what can I best describe as a blue floating specter.
ooh.
And through this sort of split vision, having passed the save just enough, you can see that whatever illusion it would be projecting would be that of a very plain looking man.
I have sensed that nobody else is aware of this, and I feel like freaking out would in fact panic everybody here or whatever off. So I'll be like, okay. Thank you for like whatever conversation is now happening between the party and I already forgot his name.
That's okay.
Whoever.
Me too.
Yeah, I'm already like I am already looking straight at the bar, trying not to like lose it because like what the heck is happening here?
So I don't know if you or anyone else is too absorbed to notice, but Brandon has started to wander towards the teens.
Oh my god. Yeah, I am too absorbed. I have a passive perception of 11. Whatever you do, I'm automatically not noticing. I will clap my hand real hard on this guy and be like, "Thank you." And I will start just maintain. I can't really maintain eye contact with like a floating blue whatever. I'm trying. I'm trying to maintain eye contact, and I'm trying to, without noticing Brandon's going in the opposite direction, like try to casually walk toward the bar. That is what I'm doing. So
Okay. Lemon and Fern, what are you two doing in this moment?
I think the teens. That is. I'm gonna go with Brandon. I feel like Fern has this like very naive sense of judgment So yeah, they need to like scold these teens about stealing drugs.
Okay.
I feel like Lemon is theirs backup as the intimidating one
Wait, for the teens or to the bar?
for the teens. So you're going to the teens, right? Yeah.
Yes, the one we don't need to be intimidating for. It's perfect. It's perfect.
I just imagine Fern just like dragging Lemon. Maybe not even that. Like I think Lemon just sees you go, and just follows someone because
Perfect.
lemon sours aren't meant to be leaders. A lemon sour is a follower.
You're a soldier.
It's what it does. Yeah.
Okay. Brandon, you approach the teens who are all talking to Ernie, their parental figure. Um, you, what do you do?
So we think there's this incredible scene of Brandon walking up with a bag of coins, grinning. And then behind him is a very angry looking Harangon and a very intimidating Warforged. And Brandon just like, I was like, so how much did she promise? It starts pulling out coins and dropping them one by one on the table.
Brandon, Brandon, we don't like the reward for stealing, and the rewards for like selling drugs is not. We don't reward that.
They were just trying to help the town, and now we've got the gold that they were supposed to have.
Yeah, but why?
Lemon sour is picking them up and putting them in the coin slot in its hand. Yeah.
But
these are teenagers, which means their frontal cortex. It's just like they're not really that smart. If you want to give money to somebody,
they're like standing right there, they can like hear you. That's like very rude.
Lemon
Cops are
turns
coming.
its head immediately. I'm so sorry. That's I never know what my mic will and will not pick up.
It's usually
Like-
me, so you're.
Like it's so I'm gonna.
I am
mute.
so used to making that joke because it's me.
These we don't reward the teens for these bad behaviors. If we could find a responsible adult figure, perhaps we could give them some of the. Wow, there's a lot of coins going into Lemon's hands. Oh no, Lemon sour. Are we gonna get those back? Or are they just like gone once they're in your
coins
hand?
through your hand?
I guess with the other hand, it lets it does like a magic trick. Just and presents coins.
Whoa!
It's the one like party feature that lemon sours have.
Such a good one. Really is.
Pulls a coin from behind your ear.
Wow. Wow. Is there
I
another
think
coin?
It's the same person who programmed in the beep boop. I think programmed in the magic trick. And
Very
so
much
lemon
that
sour
line
just
of humor.
keeps pulling out coins from behind. I guess probably Brendan's horns is where lemon sour is pulling them out. Through both of Fern's ears. Just
Wow. Wow, that's so many. That's even more coins than you took. I'm pretty certain.
Probably.
So, teens, what do you have to say for yourselves?
They look at you and lower their head and they go, "We're very, very sorry, but that money would be incredibly helpful to the town."
See?
Our
They're like responsible in junk.
Our dad is a responsible adult.
Turn to
Debatable.
Ernie. Was Ernie the one who gave us the coins as well?
No, that
was
was
somebody
different.
else.
That was a separate.
That was
old
the old,
man.
grumpy old farmer.
Popular name. All right. Brandon, if you could give like a few coins. I don't know what. I have not properly kept up with the currencies of the area. Whatever would be enough to like help a village.
Like digs a hand and pull and like, what's wrong with these coins?
What is wrong with them?
Oh, they look funny.
Fern will look a bit
Uh,
closer.
Fern, they look like your typical Tainem gold marks.
No, these are legit.
You sure?
100%. What is the
Okay.
concern?
Oh, they just look funny and just drops like a handful on the table and goes to get another handful.
how much gold do we have?
It
Ernie
seems like a decent amount.
Ernie stops you after the first handful. I'll say deduct 10. You should have received a payment of 100 total, 25 each.
Well,
Okay.
I'll say
Wow.
deduct 10 from that. Ernie will stop you after the first handful and be like, that is more than plenty to pay for repairs for our town. I do appreciate the generosity, and if there is anything that I could do for you guys in the future, please let me know because this is a great boon. I've never seen this much money in my life.
oh, you're welcome. Yeah, this is probably what heroes do, I think. So we're trying that out.
I am no
Uh,
hero. I just serve my country.
Oh, it's pretty heroic.
Brandon, wherever you want to, you can go ahead and mark Ernie as a potential ally.
Aw,
Hmm.
making friends when you give them money.
I make a lot of friends.
Yeah,
People like
Uh,
me.
but
I am friends. I don't.
we're, we're gonna move away from the donation here, and we're gonna move to Adela, who has, I believe, moved to the bar.
Yep, I am moving straight at the bar. I'm gonna post up, like I'm gonna order a drink.
Okay. Yeah, you sit down. The bartender nods to you and denotes your presence. Doesn't say a word to you. Moves to pour your drink and sets it in front of you again, completely wordlessly.
I get a sense that this is like a creature, not like a magical, like not like some sort of set magical effect or something.
I'm gonna let you go ahead and roll an Arcana check.
It's probably not good. Sure, let's do this one. 12 plus 2 is 14.
14. Okay. You would not know a lot about this, but you would know what it is. This is a living spell. This is something that the mages of Caldera Brass make to ship exports and imports from Tainem to Profitechi, and it's what makes Tainem one of the greater economic powerhouses. Living spells are extremely difficult to make, and they are extremely rare.
So it is real weird that this is happening here.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I don't think. So knowing that it's a living spell, I don't think I'll get any useful information out of this thing. I will. Actually, I'll stay at the bar for a second. Do I, from where I am, could I work out where the back rooms are?
Yeah, it wouldn't be hard. You can pretty much see behind the bar there is a single open doorway that leads into the back kitchen, and from there you can see a few split off.
No. And I assume there's nobody in the kitchen right now, and I can't. Okay.
You do not see anybody manning the kitchen at the moment.
Hmm. Hmm. This worries me. Um, gosh, what is the state of the kitchen? Does it look like say Doran had like gone through it in a hurry, or does it like I'm trying to get a sense of when Doran left, what was the state that she was in when she left, just based on how like the bar or anything back here seems arranged. Like is she like skipping town, or is she like actually just I don't know. You know, this is hard to do from this angle.
Oh, we can't hear you.
Sorry, it's because my mic muted itself.
Oh, no.
Go ahead and roll
Rude.
a perception check. It'll be a higher difficulty, just because of your position at the moment.
Oh, that's bad. That is a 6.
Ooh,
6? Yeah, that's a
hate to
6.
see it.
You are not entirely sure.
Yeah, okay. I will pay for my drink. I'll casually take it. Go back toward, I don't know how much drink is, but head back toward the rest of the group, casual as possible.
Oh, welcome back.
So casual.
Thanks.
Well, we scolded the teenagers, and yeah.
They
We're-
learned.
We donated to the town to help it be like a better place.
Instead of giving it to teenagers, we gave it to a responsible adult.
I mean, they were gonna give it to. Doesn't matter.
They wouldn't have. They would have like pocketed half. It's what I would have done. It's what I would have done when I was a teenager.
Are
I
you
hope
like
all
not a
of your
very trustworthy
souls-
person?
I had to get sent to school to, learn rules and not be like my family. I don't want to talk about myself. We're talking about Adela. Where did you get a drink?
Yes, it seems. I will try to shepherd them to some sort of corner where people can't hear us. It seems that Doran is truly not here. And there is our barkeep friend isn't really a barkeep. He's some sort of living spell, which is not
Whoa.
usual.
It's kind of cool.
Don't look too directly. It's suspicious.
But it's impressive.
So you can.
Would I know a lot about, like, not a lot, but like,
Go ahead and make me an Arcana check with advantage.
yes. Okay, how do I do the advantage button?
Right click.
Aha, thank you. It used to be like control click, but I don't know when they stopped that. Oh, I gotta change these dice. 22.
22. Yes, you know a lot about living spells. You know everything I relayed to Adela about how living spells are used to pilot and man ships that are exporting and importing from Prophetechi because their borders are closed. You know that they are incredibly rare and they are incredibly difficult. They are made in Caldera brass exclusively, as far as you are aware.
Are there like
they-
known makers for these? Like, is there like there's like 5 really known people who make these living.
They're actually most commonly produced by senior projects of photo mages,
Amazing.
which are illusion and conjuration wizards.
Is there like a signature, like every time a photo mage makes a living spell? There's
Oh,
like
absolutely. There's
Okay, I
there's an
have to
arcane
see that.
signature that most mages would be able to deduce.
Arcane signature. Okay, yeah, Fern is geeking out. Like as soon as Adela mentions the term like living spell, Fern is like, oh, wow, that I've read so much. I once made a friend. They stopped wanting to talk to me after a while. I never really did figure out why. But anyways, her name was Cecilia, and they just start like rambling about this one photo maker or photo mage. But all of that to say that I would like to creep over and just look for that arcane signature.
Absolutely. I will say that since Adela warned you, wisdom save unnecessary. It is just for
Thank
the
you.
unprepared and undiscerning eye. Go ahead and give me an investigation check.
While she's checking, do I know anything about these? Like, are they completely?
These are unheard of to you. I think Brandon, given your origin and upbringing, you probably didn't know spells could be alive.
Wow.
Oh, pure Brandon. 19.
Yeah, you find a signature. The signature, I will say you don't immediately recognize it. I will ask for a history check as well.
Okay. Do I have to like
Please tell me they pulled out a magnifying glass and are literally just like,
At the bar.
Absolutely. It is specifically for looking for arcane signatures.
Of course.
We said history. I'm like okay at that. Ooh, not when I roll a 5, so that's a total of 11.
Not terrible. You, at this current moment, off the top of your head, you can only remember hearing about them in your defected wizards courses at Caldera Brass.
Okay.
This is
Tickling a memory.
signed. This is signed M.D.
Like it. Back to the MD. Okay, thank you. So like Fern's like half stretched over the counter, magnifying glass, trying to really look. And then once they kind of get that little insight, they'll back off. Like, thank you so much. I don't have. I could tip. I don't have any money. You know how it is when you're just no funds. Have a great day. And they'll back up awkwardly back to our table.
The spell in no way acknowledges that you did any of that.
Yeah. Okay, that arcane signature is by MD. I don't remember who exactly they are, but it's really cool. And to find one here is amazing. Why is nobody else as excited as I am?
It's when I looked at it, it tried to convince me, magically, that it is in fact some guy manning the bar. It has like an illusion cloak over it so that nobody notices what it is, which is very suspicious you know that they're rare. They're rare.
Incredibly.
Doran is currently missing. It is very suspicious here. I think we need to find Doran as quickly as possible if we're to find out and whatever's going on here.
but that spell like didn't react to you when you went near it. So are you sure it's like alive?
It's not necessarily what living means.
Yeah. You know how like a dandelion is alive?
Yeah.
That's kind of like a living spell. Like it's sentient and living, and it can absorb energy, but it is not intelligent in a way that it'll have long, meaningful, tearful conversations with you at night.
Am I living?
Yeah, obviously. And also, you clearly haven't talked to enough dandelions.
I guess I'll have to add that to my list of next things to research is dandelion conversations. Wow, I'm so sorry, Brandon.
They're great listeners.
Oh, fascinating.
Brandon, something about this spell, the concept of living spells, I think in general, is giving you kind of the heebie-jeebies. It is maybe the most unnatural thing you've ever encountered. And that's saying something because lemon sour does not give you that same vibe.
No. I mean, alive or not, I'm sure he's nice, but I'm not really a fan.
Oh, I think they're incredible. And to see one working at a bar, so mundane. Why not deliver incredibly dangerous, parcels for importing into dangerous countries where you can't just, arrive via carriage? You have to take an entire ship, and your entire life depends. Pardon? Pardon, Brandon?
Because your ship sinks.
Oh, If your ship sinks, then the captain has to go down.
What kind of go down?
Why don't we investigate that while we follow Adela for looking for Doran?
Okay. I think Adela's instinct here is that she's gonna go around to the physical back of the. How? Could I get a sense from how the building was? You know, having been here a couple hours, I suppose, and having approached it multiple times. Do I get a sense of where the is there like a residential living quarters for like the tavern keeper here, separate from like the rest of us, just based on layout?
Yeah, there's just a little bit in the back of the tavern, and you could see a doorway the in the back of the kitchen, that you reckon, given what you know about the layout of this place, makes sense for that to be the living quarters.
Okay. Quick question: would we be passing by the stables between wherever I assume that door is and? Well,
No, so you'd have to go through the kitchen to get to that door.
oh, okay.
You wouldn't even need to leave the tavern to get there.
Yeah, I don't want to have to go through I don't want to hop the bar. Pretty sure that would get me in trouble. If I were to like exit the building and loop around to where I think the other side of that is,
You might be able to find a door back there, yeah. And you could certainly pass the stables on your way around.
okay. I would like to do that, and while I do that, I would like to take my armor off real quick, so I can do that as an action.
Yes, you
And
can.
just kind of put it with the rest of my shit with Quark.
The
I need
rest
to
of
do
you
that.
following behind. All right.
Yeah.
You guys see Adela clicks off the armor that she is wearing, and you guys round the back past the stables. There is indeed a sort of almost front door back there. It's got a little window in it. From what you can see, Doran is not inside. But if you would like to make an investigation check, sort of around the back here to look for tracks or any indication that she might have left, I will allow you to do that.
I'm
Hey,
listening.
could that be a survival?
Yeah, could I
So
like
I
do
would take survival. Yeah.
Okay.
Boom.
Adela would leave that to people who seem more good at that than I am. And she's mostly
That's a
concerned.
7.
7.
I do not know if I should even try.
Do it.
What's the worst that could happen?
Okay.
You
And that one, and you step into Prince.
70. 17.
Hey!
20, yes.
Brandon, you are absolutely for damn certain that Doran has not left the tavern.
I mean, she might have left the tavern. She didn't come out this door. There's like no footprint. Like, look at the mud. Like, because it just rained. So if it rained, we'd like see it, and it would have been like we could see. It starts talking about splatter patterns.
Okay.
Oh wow, that's fascinating, and that is in fact very true. Do you think that maybe there is a secret room, perhaps a basement or an attic?
Well, would you like to find out?
Yes, please.
Did the
Something a
cop
little
just
illegal.
tell us to break and enter?
Yes.
I am already jiggling the door handle. Is it locked?
It is unlocked.
Ooh, sick. I don't even have to pick any locks.
You swing the door open and enter into what is effectively Doran's home. We are going to pan away from the tavern and look up at the glowing twin moons over Nexafel as we head on over to our break for the evening. Thank you all so much for joining us so far on this very lore dense episode. We appreciate it. just as a note, because I don't think I've advertised this enough, but we have added audience interaction. They are chaos and order points. If you would like to redeem chaos and let me turn the tides against my players a little bit for funsies whenever, that would be good. Or if you want to help them out, you can redeem an order point, which will give them what is effectively an inspiration pool to pull from and use. But in the meantime, grab a drink, stretch your legs, have a wonderful break, and we will be back in around 10 to 10-ish minutes, give or take a ham sandwich. But have a wonderful break. Um, we are back in somebody's home while they are unaware of your presence. We are breaking and entering, gang. Uh,
As
only
was
I'm
pointed out
also
in
now a
chat,
barbarian.
we didn't break. We just entered.
Lemon
Yeah.
Sour is a
Yeah.
barbarian now.
Just
We
have
made a few minor adjustments during
Yeah.
the break, which is okay. We're very
Yeah.
flexible here. Yeah,
Barbarian
so
seem more appropriate than paladin.
I mean, maybe later you could multi-class into a lemonade model. So
Ooh.
you could be a
I was thinking about that. Like,
a
yeah,
barbaric.
maybe we'll see.
well,
Maybe I'll do. Yeah, maybe I'll do a little cleric or druid. Ooh, druid. Oh, wow.
Ooh.
Hmm. Anyway,
So, you open this door, it is unlocked. The home is very modest. There are pictures of Doran and her, what you imagine used to be her family on the wall. You haven't seen any of these people around, so you can make whatever assumption you would like. But there's a bed in the corner, a desk on the other wall with financial documents strewn across, and there is a small couch in front of a fireplace. You would assume that chimney that heads out of the top of the Taciturn Tavern, probably connected to this. But other than that, there's a really nice rug, and there's a small safe under the desk. But not much else. No trace of Doran or anything.
it looks like it's like a single room.
Yep.
So we don't need to be like that sneaky then, huh?
Oh,
whatever you.
I guess not.
What
I mean,
is?
it can be.
I can see. I can. I don't know what I'm saying. Forget it. um. Actually, yeah. I can again. Like I can. Oh. Oh God. What am I saying? The door to the rest of the tavern looks totally fine, right?
Yep, you see that's the door that leads to the internal part of the tavern. It just leads straight into the kitchen.
Yeah. Okay. It doesn't look like tampered with or anything. It's not properly
Um,
closed.
It's open to crack, but I don't know that that would necessarily indicate anything to you.
All right. Better close it properly. Well, I kind of expected her to be here, but I don't.
Perhaps these financial records could tell us something. I mean, I just love looking at other people's financial records. I think it's kind of like when you look in somebody's bathroom, but this is just so much more insidious. And they're gonna start like rummaging nefariously through the papers.
Go ahead and make an investigation check for me.
Okay. 13.
13. Yeah, these are mostly accurate from what you can tell about the patronage of this bar. There's very clearly some written in kickback from something. It is unclear where. The math isn't exactly adding up here.
Okay.
So the door was open a crack, but it's
Mhm.
closed now. And she hadn't left the other door. Brandon's like doing the like making finger motions and like turns in a circle,
Mhm.
does another finger motion, that turns the other way.
Try tapping on the ground. Perhaps it's hollow.
Yeah, I was going to say, as I'm
Uh,
walking around, I'm like trying to listen to the floorboards and see if anything sounds weird.
Brandon's just gonna pull the rug back.
Yeah, simple as ever. You move the furniture, you yank the rug back. Adela, I'll say, as you're sort of walking, you step off the rug and Brandon throws it open. You do hit a hollow point. Right at your feet is a small door in the floor.
Sick.
The handle sort of sits flush with the door itself, and you can sort of pry it up to lift it.
If she's down there and we come down, she's gonna be bad. But how could she be down there if the rug's on? But she...
Don't overthink it, honey. Is the trapdoor locked?
No keyhole. If you lift the handle, you do hear a click, as though it also functions as like an opener.
Alright. I'm not gonna open it yet. I'm just gonna see if anybody else has anything. I mean, we haven't checked the safe yet, but that doesn't seem as interesting. Unless...
Oh, I don't know how to open a safe. I can't do that.
I can try and smash it.
Alright. That seems noisy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a look
And now
at
if
the
you
safe.
do it right. Like I've got a blade. That's like if I just
I would love to witness.
Is the safe unlocked at all?
No.
Good question.
The safe is not unlocked.
It's always worth asking.
But
Yeah,
Lemon
it's
Sour,
like-
if you would like to make me an attack on the safe.
Yeah, I would imagine. I'm imagining this as like
So I
just
think
checking the door.
I'm gonna use my arm blade Yikola, and so that's just gonna like pop up. Okay, yeah, let's see. Oh, nice. That's a 19 plus 5 for 24.
Absolutely. This is not like a state-of-the-art safe or anything. You managed to beat this thing open. And out tumbles out another bag of 25 gold and a few vials of arcane.
Yes.
There it
I like-
is. I had to fish for the word.
I like to imagine like Adela is like rooting around in her pockets for something, and then it's just
Bang!
Yeah.
okay.
And then I just like jab the lock mechanism with the blade, pull out, and then it just creaks open. So like not a whole lot of noise.
There is underneath the gold as well a few extra bits of paper. These are much older and more torn than the financial documents.
Ooh, over your shoulder, Fern, much shorter, trying to look around. Are there any documents? Anything I could?
It's a quick look. What does it look like?
They look to be blueprints of some kind.
All right, yeah, I will pass this over to Fern. I have lost interest.
Amazing. Ooh. Is it clear where they're blueprints to?
With an Arcana check, they might be.
You'd think that's something I could do? Let's find out.
And you
12.
better than me.
So mid.
You're not really sure. Some kind of maker mage has designed a machine here. You can see that the signature is signed as Mal D.
MD.
Ooh, this is the one. And so, sorry, you said it's a maker mage, not a photo mage?
Correct.
Oh.
Well, you would imagine that a maker mage would have had to have designed this for it to be as sound as it seems to be on your precursory glance.
Okay, pocketing this. Just gonna roll that up. How are we feeling about that there hatch?
You can go down.
Yeah. Ready?
No, but we can do this.
Pops it open. Really quietly. Doesn't just bang it across the floor.
With a click and a hiss, the hatch opens. A draft of cold air rushes into the room. You see beneath this room there is a stone ladderway that goes down, and at the bottom you can see a faint blue light.
I don't like those vibes. Anybody want to go first?
Should we be sneaky or?
Seems like the operative thing.
Yeah, this might not be safe.
Do you want me to go scout?
Oh, could you?
If you're volunteering, go ahead.
Do it.
Yeah.
That
Okay.
would be wonderful.
Yeah.
Good.
Brandon will swing onto the ladder and surprisingly quietly, for he's kind of a stocky dude, but goes down. I mean, I'm sure a dice roll will tell me how quietly, but
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead and roll me a stealth check.
that one has rolled too well. I don't trust it right now. Okay. That's a 19 total.
You hit the
14 on the
bottom
dice.
gently as you can. The stone cobbles underneath you are illuminated only by a series of blue torches down this walkway as you begin to sort of scout ahead. It is a long and winding path for being underneath the tavern. You pass a few odd stones here and there, but eventually you come to a small opening into a greater sort of atrium room, a bigger, where there are a few more branches pathing off of this central chamber. You can see one has a single, almost bloody handprint on the cornerstone, as though someone was trying to make their way back through here. But clear as day with a 17 passive perception, you do know that Doran went that way.
Right. Did y'all wait for me at the top, or have y'all started to make your way down the ladder and down the tunnels?
I probably would have waited for you. Since Lemon Sour and Brandon have been traveling together, Lemon Sour would have waited, I think.
Yeah, I think Adela would have. Adela would not have left Fern by themselves at all. So
I
even
mean,
if
if-
she,
All right.
If you go down, then like she'll also follow you. Very much, you are the authority figure here.
just looking at like Brandon, she's just leaning over to see if Brandon's signals are not. I don't know how far down she can see.
Be
Right.
careful.
So yeah, we'll like wander, and we'll make their way back.
Hey. Hey. Yes. Yes. Oh, you're okay.
Yeah. So it's like a long and like winding, and there's like blue torches, which I don't know if that's like a thing, but there's like blue torches, and you get to like this big sort of place, and there's like lots of different ways you can go, but there's like a bloody handprint.
Oh no.
Alright. Well, down we go.
Are you smiling?
Maybe. What's my face doing?
Okay, I'm afraid, but it's fine.
Adela is gonna start climbing down the ladder as quietly as possible.
I can't hear you.
You're muted.
My mic is
Make sure
still-
you're quiet.
Make sure you're quiet.
I'm
roll-
not.
Roll a stealth check.
Which is now a straight roll since I don't have my armor anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that hit the floor. That is a 19 plus 6 for 25.
You're even quieter than me.
Yeah, I think, Brandon, you are startled by Adela hitting the ground, even though you watched her descend.
How did you get that sneaky?
Doesn't matter, does it?
Kinda does.
Alright. Chill. Just take her, I guess, saber out at this point.
Okay.
Brandon will like kind of hold up their hands if Fern wants to jump down or wants like a hand down.
I was gonna see if I could hop down, I've got my little rabbit. Like, is it like how deep are we talking? How far in feet is this tunnel?
I'd say it's probably about a 30-foot drop.
Oh no.
Ooh.
I can't do that. Oh, if I jump, will you catch me?
Yeah.
Okay, that seems safe. I've jumped before. I've definitely jumped no more than 10 feet, but I've definitely done this. I can do it. I can do it. Fern, you got this. This is your time out of school. This is an adventure. We're not just
Definitely
reading
have
books.
a strength modifier. That's totally a thing I have.
Brandon, go ahead and make me an athletics check to catch Fern.
I believe in you, Brandon.
This is great.
Can I like roll dex or something to help? Like
I'm afraid this is a pretty straightforward drop.
yeah.
This is gonna have to be all Brandon.
So that's a natural 13
It's not
plus
terrible.
0.
That's not terrible. I will say, Fern, you do land without any problems, but it is not a particularly sturdy catch.
Yeah.
You kind of get smushed.
Yeah, I feel like Brandon like catches and then is on their ass before he's even realized what's entirely happened. It's like,
Oh,
that was
you,
cool, right?
you broke my fall. Yeah, cool. I'm not shaking. No. It's fine. It's fine.
Hey, so this is like weird, right? But like, well, I've got you. Literally has you. Well, I've got
Yes.
you. Like, back in the woods, right? Like, something like weird. Like, someone was about to hit you, and I was like, no. And then like, I tried to like reach out, but like, it felt like I did somehow.
You did. There was a shield, but like it was a wit. What is your magic?
So I'm not magic.
No.
But don't.
You
No,
are.
no. Like, no, I wasn't. But don't freak out. I think I might be magic.
Reserved. I will reserve my freaking out. You are probably magic.
Huh. That's new.
Is it? How new? I could start recording this information. What is your magic? How does it? Oh, you can put me down.
Oh, yeah.
They can pull out like a proper quill now to take their notes.
It's like, is this the time? We are.
Oh, right. There was a bloody handprint.
Oh, yeah, that's down that way.
Okay, where did Lemon? Oh, Lemon Sour.
I can't catch you, bro.
I can. Okay. So it's just a straight drop.
Oh my god.
There's
yeah.
a ladder. There's a
Wait,
ladder.
do I have rope? Oh, okay. No,
There
I'm
was
taking the
a-
ladder. Whoa.
You can certainly
Fern-
take the ladder.
And
That was
Fern took
always
the
an
ladder.
option.
I'm
Yeah, I'm
just
taking the
sowing
ladder.
chaos because I want an excuse to say, well, I've got you.
Yes. Perfect.
And you literally fell into my trap.
Hey, right into your arms.
Oh, Tater. Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, Tater. Oh. I wish Baxter were here. I want to hug Baxter. I want to hug Tater.
Tater didn't like being hugged very much.
Ah.
That's neither do I. That's okay.
Relatable.
That's a lie. I like hugs. I can,
I was gonna
otherwise,
say,
don't like being
that doesn't
touched.
track.
But no.
Yeah, Lemon Sour, you also descend. I would like you to roll a stealth check.
Okay, I can do this. Stealth plus 2. Oh shit, that's a natty 20.
Yeah.
Ooh, quiet as
It's a little
ever.
bit like a waste of a nat 20, but whatever. I'm,
You don't know that.
It's stealthy for fair.
How is
It's
everyone
it's
so
stealthy.
sneaky?
Oh, I'm not.
Okay, but everyone else is like. Sorry, I'm feeling a little inadequate.
No, your stealth was very quiet. I didn't even hear you disappear.
Adela is like now crouched, hopefully below anybody's eye line who might be here.
You guys make your way down the chamber to the atrium that Brandon initially saw. There's that same doorway with the bloody handprint sort of on the frame. In fact, I would say as you reach the atrium this time, all four of you would hear a loud clattering sound come from that way, followed by a scream.
Gee, okay.
Oh, my first stands
Where's
up.
their bow?
Quick sense.
Kind of looks at everyone like, is everyone okay?
Keep going.
We haven't rested either.
I mean, when would we have done it?
We
Gotta
should have
keep-
taken a short rest at the tavern.
Oops.
Oops. Alright. Gonna keep heading in, I guess. There's nothing else
Yep.
to do here, but
Let's
on high
go.
alert.
Yep.
You guys begin to make your way in. The walls stay this sort of cobbled, constructed stone crypt type deal, but the deeper you go in, the more these sort of copper pipes begin to protrude from the wall and run along the side of the wall. Some of them have glass panels in them to ensure whoever has put these here a method of making sure things are flowing properly. You can see very clearly in these pipes are massive amounts of arcane being pumped through this system.
I think we found out what Doran was using with all of that flux.
I don't like it.
Did you grab the extra flux from the safe? Or did that stay
Oh.
up there?
I didn't grab the safe flux.
Did Lemon? Just so I know.
I guess I grabbed things.
'Cause we know we grabbed the blueprint. I
Yeah.
assume we grabbed the gold.
Yeah, Della took that. I think.
Yeah. Lemon put them in its
Oh, you put
coin
okay.
bank.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll just go ahead and add that to my character sheet right now. Another 25 gold.
25 gold.
So did we only get 15 gold because 10 each went to the town, or
No, just
No,
10 went to the
10
town.
went to, so we have 90. So you all can take 25 and Brandon will just take 15 less. Or we'll take
Okay.
10 fewer.
I mean, not that I guess as a soldier,
What are
Lemon
you
Sour
spending
needs
money
them.
on?
I guess. Yeah, exactly. You do. I'll take the 15. We're good. Yeah.
Progressing down.
I mean,
At least
again,
Adela
it was my character's decision, so I'm not going to punish
Yeah.
y'all.
You take the gold. Brandon should take the gold. Like I've got Deermood, my glaive. That's all I need. I've got unarmored
it.
defense. I don't need to buy armor.
You guys
I'm good.
carry on. The pipes start becoming more and more frequent, and in fact, you pass a sequence of gears at one point, moving powering a pump, essentially, on one of these pipes. The gears have met with the pump and are spinning a gear in the pump that is sort of creating the motion necessary to flow the liquid.
Is
Yes?
this a refinery?
Does any of this match the blueprints that
Oh yeah,
Fern saw?
absolutely. These are all parts that were listed in the blueprints that you found in the safe.
Okay.
That was a K question, not a Brandon question, just to be very clear.
You guys eventually come to a sort of banister. A circular room has opened up where you can see a copper platform is placed, and down in this room, to be clear, you guys are sort of looking down from above it. It's like an observer's catwalk, essentially. You can see Doran piling bodies onto this platform. The platform
Ooh.
itself has a mysterious metal ring extruding from either side of it and forming a greater sort of circular. I'm only saying gateway in the sense that this would be a gateway if it were. It's just a flat circle that looks like it could be a doorway of some kind. And each of these, at each regular increment around this ring, are small Tesla coil shaped protrusions. These bodies are piled onto it, and you see Doran takes out a small vial of flux, clicks it into a console, and turns. That drains, and this ring lights up. All of these little Tesla coils glow and zap these bodies. Energy has shot out. This is only one piece of the machine. Fern, you know this for a fact. But you watch as these bodies are magically and unnaturally transformed into a small, very small pile of Tyinem golden marks.
Oh. What?
Told you
What-
that
what-
money looked funny.
It's
Brandon,
Soylent Green. It's people.
I'm so sorry. I doubted you.
Yeah, let's be sorry
should
for these
be.
people. No, man. They're cool. They're
Sorry.
The world is so
Sorry.
big and scary.
How
You s-
far?
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. You go ahead.
I was just going to say, you see Doran pulls out a worn notebook. From here, I think all of you can see that the handwriting on some of the pages that she flips through aren't hers, but she does write down her own notes as she closes it and flips it shut and goes back to fiddling with the console.
Okay, I don't like any of this. This is not. The vibes are bad. These are bad.
It's terrible.
How?
Did these people
Adela,
die under?
that's our plan of attack.
How far is how far away is Doran?
It's about like a 10, 15 foot drop
Ooh.
from here onto the floor of the room. And there are stairs on either side of this catwalk that sort of circle down into the room. You can see across the way from Doran there is a wooden door with copper accents that it looks like leads to another portion of this machine.
Okay, so I think we need to. I don't know. Adela's.
We have to stop this operation. It just can't. It can't continue.
How quickly can you two get down there? How close does any of you need to be? Adela has like
Like,
her pistol.
holds up the longbow.
Yeah, holds up 2 pistols. I'm good here.
Hold up my glaive. I've got a 10-foot reach.
Yes.
All right.
I can throw my Yikawa. I've got my Arblade Yikawa and then a separate one.
Oh my
I
god,
can
when I get
throw.
returning weapons, it's gonna be so awesome for you.
Oh, ooh, thank you. I love returning weapons.
So much fun.
Thank you.
All right. I think Lemon and I will try to make our way down the stairs. You two stay here. You all right?
Good idea.
Okay. Adela will crouch low and she will just start moving toward one of the stairs as quietly as possible.
Okay.
Lemon can do whatever it wants.
Yeah, I guess if you're going down, well, I'll go down the other set
Yep.
of stairs so we
Yeah.
can.
Whichever feels
Flank?
more appropriate for you. Adela's not gonna make that choice for you.
That's what. Yeah, Lemon will go down the other side to. Well, okay, I guess JT is. Does one side of the stairs more visible than the other side?
They are both behind her.
Okay, then yeah, I'll go on the other side. That way we've got options. Yeah.
Cool.
Brandon's gonna like kneel, but then look at Fern and be like, "We staying together? Or are we gonna?"
I think we should stay here. If they have like these sides, we can like have the middle. And in terms of like a pincer, or I'm sure there's another name for these movements, this is the best tactical positioning for us.
Okay. Cool.
You guys
Slay.
begin to make your way down.
Beep
If you are
boop.
attempting to move quietly, I would like you to make another stealth check.
Okay.
I've pre-rolled mine. It is 14.
Okay.
It's a 14 plus 2 for a 16.
Can't believe I actually get to roll today. You'd think I was gonna get to.
I've got bow is ready.
Yeah.
Let's see. We had a 17 and a 16, if I recall.
Yes.
14.
I got, okay, 14 and a 16.
Okay. Lemon, you are a machine.
Yes.
You can be quiet if you need to be, but you're not built for stealth operations. You're a soldier. You're meant to be on the front lines. There's really no need for you to be quiet all the time. And I think that is probably the pitfall here. When
Okay.
Doran, just for the briefest moment, you see a flash of her eye cocked towards you, and then back the other way. Adela, as you note that she clocks both of you,
Yeesh.
both of her hands go up.
I will shoot at her.
I'll throw my Yekola.
Go ahead and make attack rolls.
Oh, wait, no. Is she holding up her...
Both
Was
of her
that
hands
you?
go up.
Oh, okay, then
In
I
surrender.
don't...
I don't wait.
Oh, okay.
That is a 20 to hit with my pistol.
Absolutely. Go ahead and roll damage.
Oh, there it is. Well, I love I rolled so bad in the last combat, and I roll real well here. This is a max damage 14.
Wow.
Oh, shoot fire.
Oh my.
I need everyone to make a dexterity saving throw.
Ooh, doggy.
Which dice do I
Okay.
trust?
The DC to beat is what Adela just rolled for her attack.
Oh, yeah, 14. I
So
got
it's
14.
a 20 to hit. For my attack roll or
Wait,
the
oh,
damage?
for attack.
Yes, for attack roll.
Oh,
is a 20.
well then,
Good luck.
Great.
Good luck.
thanks, Adela.
Oh, just kidding. I rolled. Oh, are you gonna show me? There we go. 20 plus 3, 23.
Did you say that was a dex save?
Dex save, yes.
And that's an 18.
You just
Okay.
missed it.
I think
rolled a
that
6.
means that Lemon rolled the lowest on the dex save.
Do I also have to roll that?
You do, yeah.
I rolled a 6.
Ah!
Okay. Yeah, I think plain and simple, Adela, you see the bullet. Perfect. On mark. You could have sworn this bullet was going to hit, and suddenly the bullet is behind you.
Yeesh.
Go ahead and take that much damage.
14 points of damage.
Oh no.
I have 13 hit
Oh.
points.
Oh,
I have
no.
immediately knocked myself out.
Oh,
You see Adela winces at the sound of a bullet hitting flesh.
I don't have lay on hands anymore.
I'm out.
I really hoped that you would be reasonable about this. I mean you no harm. And I'll remind you, you are intruding on my business after I have already paid you for a job well done.
You paid us with people money.
Yeah, you're doing bad.
The people aren't the money. I need the people for something else. You are working
What?
with incomplete information.
I am still unconscious, by the way.
Yeah, Brandon's like elbowing Fern.
I'm missing all of this.
Yeah. What do you
Speaking
mean?
of, I will be timing turns to roll Adilla's
Yeah.
death saves, by
Yeah.
the way.
Elbowing Fern.
I don't have anything for healing.
Rescue your friend.
Oh.
I used it all. We didn't rest.
Yeah, I have nothing.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. Because I decided to change classes during break, I now also no longer have anything.
I love this.
Um,
We
I
need
can't-
an adult.
I'm not a lemonade model.
You can stabilize somebody using a medicine
Yeah,
check.
I guess I'm gonna try and stabilize using medicine.
Go ahead and
I
make a medicine check.
how's your whiz? Because I can if there's no
Maybe
healing
you
magic.
should.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
only have a +1.
Brandon will book it over to try and stabilize. So we are level 1, but
I think the DC is like a 10 or some shit.
yeah.
I think I'll be able to. I'm just reading something I've never done. I've never been a whatever I am, an initiate. So how did I translate that into a cure wounds? Which is
So that's
Oh.
nat 1 to try to stabilize.
Oof.
No!
I think I
That's
put my
not
finger in the
great.
bullet hole, and it's not great.
I mean,
Okay.
that stops the bleeding, though, right?
Does it bleed more inside?
I mean, you want the bleeding internal, right? That's where the blood should be.
Okay, no, I have a cantrip.
Let's hear it.
It comes from my. Oh, I just scrolled away. Come on. Here we go. Artificer. Lore, I'm a student. This is going to be an action. Okay, it's just a regular cure wounds. But why doesn't it come out of my spells? Oh, because I got to pick one. Okay, so this is all the cantrip I only get to use once, though. So panicked, Fern will hop over down the stairs all the way over to Brandon and Adela and cast Cure Wounds with a little
Helping.
pause. If you could just like pull your finger out of the wound, just gently, and I'll put my paws over top.
This is why we used Warforged.
Oh my god, y'all! How's 4? That was the minimum I could do.
4 hit points heals from 0.
I mean, yeah.
Mhm.
Apply changes.
It's something.
I will
I've
say in this
missed-
commotion, Doran has moved to the next room.
I'm just like, what is going on?
Oh, Adela, you're okay.
Ow!
I'm gonna run after Doran.
Please.
I have missed everything that happened.
He shot you with your own bullet,
Yeah.
and then said the people aren't the money. She needs the people for other stuff.
But it was not clarified. We don't.
Okay, where? Go. Where's lemon sour?
You chase after Doran. You see that she has sprinted through this second door. You move into another room. This time it is almost a sort of come here.
Tater.
He's being very indignant right now. Ow.
Oh.
It's very hard to be a tater.
Don't be rude. You see this is almost like a self-empowering chamber. It is a single 2 big canisters of not flux, this new dark purple liquid. It has a light about it, but it almost seems to be glowing darkness rather. And you see that Doran is moving to enter this chamber.
How far away am I? Like, am I able to, like, block the entrance with my glaive?
I will say with a successful athletics check, you could probably intercept her.
Okay, athletics +5. Natty 20!
The dice are telling a story.
+5, 25.
This is what the
25.
Warforged was made to do.
You
Yes.
intercept. You're a machine. You move quickly, you move efficiently, and the shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line. You get in her way, and she halts yet again. There is a look of disdain on her face at you intercepting her.
My face is blank. Yeah.
Great. What do you think is happening here?
I don't know, you tell me.
I wish I could. I do.
Then we are at a very odd standstill. Beep boop.
I just need you to let me get in that chamber.
Why?
I can't tell you.
I don't like that.
I don't really care.
I don't really care either that you want to get in, especially if you can't tell me. You heard Adela. Granted, I haven't known Adela for that long, but
Adela hurt herself.
Adela is my war companion. That's not the phrase. We're part of the same unit right now.
Adela hurt herself.
How?
It's not my fault that she's just willing to shoot willy-nilly when people have wards up.
Yeah, so she didn't really... The ward... Look, I'm not made to think.
Have you ever lost anything?
I am maybe a week old, so I'm going to go with no.
That's what I thought. This machine
Yeah.
is going to help me get something back that I lost. I need you
Which
to
is-
step out of the way.
No. First, I need you to apologize
For what?
for the wards. And turning people into gold. That's probably bad too.
Okay, again,
It fucks with the economy. I
people
don't know.
gold. People are mixed with the arcane to make this stuff.
What is this stuff?
This stuff is... There's not really a word for it. Soul fuel?
Soul juice. Soul coins, like in Avernus. Oh god, lemon sour is the absolute wrong thing.
I will say
To
the
go.
other three have entered the room at this point.
Okay, good. Whew.
Lemon, you did great. You held them off for the perfect amount of time.
All right, so Adela's not super into this idea of shooting at her again, obviously. Do you mind telling us what is going on at all? I have missed your big speech, unfortunately, as you're probably aware.
Yeah, if you could just monologue again, that would be great.
I recorded it. I was gonna say I recorded it and then just play.
Quality
I
assurance.
don't think lemon sour can do that.
Great. I was this close
To
to
what?
finishing to getting my family back.
Oh.
Ugh.
We saw the pictures in your house.
Adela's not
That does not
impressed.
resonate with me.
So, like, I've heard lots of stories about this sort of thing, and, like, it never ends well. Like, and also, like, you took people, so, like, you cost other people their families. Doesn't that feel bad?
I didn't take anybody that wasn't already dead.
Oh.
Oh.
No, we heard someone scream. I heard a scream. I heard a scream.
Brandon heard a scream.
And
They
there's, like,
need-
there is Adela's blood on his hand. He's like,
Oh,
They need to be revivified so that their corpses are fresh.
Oh, that's okay. That's not okay. Can we draw a line?
It's even more fucked up than I was imagining. Like this above table.
Necromancy, nah.
Regular necromancy. So wait. Like so to be clear, it's like you got the body. This is me above table. Like got the bodies, revivified them, then
Yes.
re-killed them so that they're fresh.
Yes.
And then thinking that this is somehow
But,
valid.
like you gotta kill them at like the same
Yes.
like within like a 10-minute period because they have to be so fresh for the ritual.
I love this. This is wild.
Yes.
All right, Adela's not. God, she doesn't know how the word. I don't know how the word things work. She doesn't want to shoot at this again. Well, it's I don't.
How about you cannot bring your family back, but like this is evil only.
Fern.
Yeah.
Fern.
Yeah.
Totally subtly. This is the most subtle thing you've ever seen. Fern.
Yeah.
You go like break it. You're like smart.
Oh yeah. Could somebody else monologue in my place?
So like here's what happens if you get the rot, okay? So like you start out and like
What?
Brandon's the perfect. Yeah.
Excellent. And then Fern is gonna wander off towards. You said there was like 2 cylinders with a
Two tanks, essentially,
Tanks.
with this soul fuel.
And attached to those tanks are maybe tubes, pistons.
Like a big chamber, essentially, for her to stand in.
Oh, whoa, that's not what I was picturing. What is this contraption? Wow, okay.
You have the blueprints for it.
Oh, right, okay. So as they wander over, Fern will unravel those blueprints and kind of make some comparisons because we want to disrupt this machine, prevent it from working in a way that is permanent, but maybe not waste the soul fuel. I know it's made out of evil, but it's still powerful. Yeah. What would you like for me to roll?
I'm gonna go ahead and say an Arcana check. You could do it with advantage because you are a Maker Mage in training.
Yes.
And while this happening, I use second wind. It's a bonus action, and I am fucked.
Yep.
Nice.
yeah, so like and then after like you start growing like little mushrooms on your arms, right? But like then it like gets worse. Like at first you're like, that's cool, right? Because it's cute and like maybe they're friends. Their names are like Bob and Larry and Susan, right? And they're great. But then they start like getting inside of you and your lungs start filling with mycelium.
Fern, you are able to sort of safely detach these tanks from this chamber, and damage the bearings enough that they could not be reattached.
I have magical tinkering as well, so that feels like I'm literally doing some magical tinkering.
Doran is not necessarily. Doran is looking at you, Brandon, not listening even a little
Yeah,
bit.
I'm not unused to that.
She
That
has,
is kind of a standard state, yeah.
She has, during your speech, reached into her cloak and pulled out the worn notebook. Torn a single page out. Nope.
Get down.
Uh-oh.
Tater, no.
Tater!
He gets on top of my PC tower, and sometimes he'll turn it off, and I
I had a cat
Oh.
who would do that. It was very stressful.
And during your speech, she crumples up this paper as small as she could get it and just eats it.
There's like 3 of us watching. Can we try and like,
Sure
as we
can.
see it going for the mouth?
Yeah.
Anyone who
it's-
wants to can make an let's say not
guess
an athletics check,
that-
the other one.
That dice is in.
Oh, my athletics is
Acrobatics.
Acrobat. Oh,
Okay.
I'm good at that.
Okay. I was just going to try and cut off fingers or something, so that's probably a better option.
I have a 15.
15.
What, acrobatics or athletics?
Acrobatics.
Acrobatics.
Yeah, I was a 15 then.
That's a 9. I'm just
Okay.
really into mycelium.
It's a 16.
Okay. All right. Yeah, you guys all simultaneously lunge for her. Brandon, you're just a little too late to the party.
Yeah, no. And I'm still talking about what happens with the run. Like it's still going. Like, oh yeah, okay, I got. So then what happens is
You guys get most of the paper. She manages to bite off just a chunk of it. Unfortunately, that's enough for this spell. As she begins to glow a bright blue, and then she evaporates.
oh no.
The book drops to the floor.
I'm gonna grab the book.
You do. Absolutely.
I'm gonna start trying to open this door that we're in front of.
The door into the chamber.
Yes, I assume that's where she went.
You.
Adele assumes.
I just assume she vanished. Like, is
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's gone.
Completely
She's
elsewhere.
probably back in the bar.
The chamber is pretty easy to see into. It's just a small single person holding tube, basically.
Mhm.
You can see that she's not in there.
Oh, okay, just gotta make sure.
But she is gone.
All right. We need to. Ugh. Adela just she's not waiting for anybody to deliberate at this point. She got shot. She's not happy about this. She throws the door open. She sees that Turn isn't there and is going to start like full sprinting back up toward toward Doran's house.
Oh, but we just I wanted to maybe oh god, okay, she's gone. Oh,
split the party?
Oh, that sounds scary. I just wanted to collect some samples.
Brandon, which of us is staying here? Which of us is following Guidella? Follow Adela. I'll stay
Okay,
here and protect Fern.
We'll
Took,
we'll
like,
shove
5
the book
cups.
into Fern's hands
Oh,
and
got
then book it after Adela. Longbow is back out.
Okay.
Nice.
There-
And just like little wings are flapping as if that's going to give him extra airspeed. It doesn't, but
there is a rumbling.
oof.
The ground begins to shake. Brandon and Adela have begun to make their way out. Fern and Lemon Sour, what are you doing?
Collecting samples of the purple stuff.
While it's
Get out.
This
Uh,
So,
is a
should we
once
get
in a
out?
lifetime sample.
I'm going to
get-
need an Arcana followed by an athletics check for Fern and just an athletics check for Lemon Sour.
Okay. Oh,
Oh no.
that's okay, 5 plus 8, so that's a 13 for the athletics.
I got a 9 for my Arcana. It's hard to get into the canister place where it's hard.
Okay. The athletics check is an automatic fail as some of the soul fuel gets on you. Fern, we will get to you in just a moment. Lemon Sour, you see Fern seize up and essentially go into a waking rigor mortis.
Oh no.
Ooh. That's our cue. I guess I'm just gonna grab Fern and turn around. I feel like I should try to. But then if we both get rigor mortis, yeah,
Do
I
you
just
have a soul?
I.
Oh, I don't. Do you want to
It's
find
too
out? Do
late.
you want to
It's
find
too
out?
late. It's too late in the session. We kind of brought this up earlier. We brought
I'm
this
just
up
saying,
twice now, I think.
Because there's a
this
way to find
session.
out. Because if soul fuel can't mess with you, you don't have a soul.
Right. Ooh, I feel like
What
this
did
has
you
been
roll
set
on
up
your
for this moment.
athletics
I
check?
know, this is terrible. I'm the worst.
I got a 13 on my athletics.
Okay. Even with the circumstance modifier of having to carry Fern, I will say that that is enough to begin to get out of here as you hear the tanks shatter.
Eee.
And this soul fuel begins leaking into the ground and flowing after you. You guys
This is bad for the economy. It's not.
Among other things, yeah.
Yeah,
It kind of super is.
yeah.
Really bad for
Fern,
the economy of this little town.
I'm just going to ask you a simple character question. What in their life has Fern lost?
Ooh. Can the answer be respect?
The answer can be whatever you want it to be.
Yeah, they've lost the respect of their family.
Oh.
You feel this soul fuel bind to your very being. You are, I won't say in agony because you don't really feel anything except for a very intense presence of that respect. Gone as it was into the ether is very much within you right now.
Huh.
It's not pleasant. This doesn't feel natural. Even to you, a maker mage who... Hi, buddy.
Oh, chomp.
Tater tax. A maker mage who doesn't do natural magic fundamentally, even this is a little far for you, for Caldera Brass. Whoever built this machine and designed this event has taken the already bastardized magic of the mages and torn it to a new low. Buddy, come on.
Tater says, "Evil! It's evil!"
He does say that. I do tell him
says
all
it
the
makes
evil
even
things
me
I'm
sad.
planning.
It makes even me sad.
But that respect is very omnipresent in your being right now. As a fundamental piece of the world changes for you. I need another athletics check from Lemon Sour, and I need athletics checks from Brandon and Adela. As
Please
Lemon Sour, in
be
your machine-like efficiency, you have caught up to your friends.
That's a 19 total.
Okay, that'll drop to 17 for carrying Fern.
Oof! Yikes! That is a 3.
Better than my nat
Ooh.
1.
We're not a very strong group.
Okay.
I feel like maybe I just pick up everyone and lose 4 more for a total of 13.
No.
Oh,
No.
good.
Oh, Tater.
He's in a way right now.
Maybe I
Ooh,
enter
buddy.
a rage right now
I will
to
say
give me
this.
advantage.
I will allow you to enter a rage and give someone the help action. One person.
Okay. So yeah, much like the Shining Gundam, my shoulders pop up. The arms, my calves, steam releases. My fingers shine like justice. And I guess Brandon seems like the most obvious choice for the nat
Yeah.
1. So I
You know
just
Brandon.
smack Brandon in the back to give the help action. And but I also look over at Adela like, I'm so sorry. If I can, I'll try and help you too.
You're friends with Brandon. Of course you do it.
But we're part of the same unit now.
Don't worry, Rude. Don't worry.
Okay,
So Brandon, go ahead and re-roll.
let's try this again. Okay, that is better. That is a 15 plus 0.
It's better.
15 is good.
15 is better.
Okay. Adela, you get just a splash on you as you guys make it to the ladder. You do not go into immediate rigor mortis.
Yikes.
Ooh.
We will get to you very soon, I promise. Each of you has a thing.
Oh.
But you do...
Oh. Okay.
Tater.
Hello.
Tater says you're being
Destructive
mean to us.
tot.
My son, he is a specimen. He's in a way right now.
He says, it is tater o'clock.
Is Tater
Time for
o'clock.
Tater's opinion.
Has an opinion segment.
As
You
does
guys make
Gilmore.
it to the ladder. As this soul fuel splashes up against the base of the ladder and seeps into the ground. I think Fern, you sort of begin to come to in Lemon's arms. I think you, maybe better than anyone, understand that the caravan probably needs to leave, like, now, kinda?
Yeah.
Hi. We hear you.
Tater agrees. He's like, you should have left yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
We only
So
got
true,
here this
Tater.
morning.
You did only get here.
We
got
didn't
here
get here
this
this morning. We got
evening.
here this evening. Yeah.
Oh boy.
He's insistent. I told
Tater,
you.
just
Oh,
wait like
Tater,
10 minutes.
no!
He's like,
Tater.
I will fight the GM. I will fight God.
It's done, buddy.
Just 10 minutes. Give us 10 minutes, Tater.
Oh my god, that cat rules the house for sure.
Mm-hmm.
We're just gonna
There's the strange jingling coming
Distract
as from
him.
the soul
Ah,
fuel.
yes.
Yeah.
That's the
This
sound
is
of
from the
magic, as we
Shining
all know.
Gundam. It
Yes.
comes from the
Yes.
Rage, the Shining Gundam. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. You guys make it to the top. The rumbling is still ongoing. It would seem that some sort of failsafe was built in if the maximum soul fuel was reached
Yeesh.
and Doran did not get into the chamber.
Huh.
Mm.
Wait, what was that?
Contingency.
Okay.
If Dora didn't make it into the chamber, this seemed to be like, well, I guess we'll just release it everywhere.
Slay. Slay. Yeah. that's-
Choices were made.
Mhm.
Oof. Yeah, so I guess as Fern wakes up in Lemon Sour's arms, I'm just gonna say in like a
Oh,
weak
romantic.
voice. Right? We have to go back to the caravan. We have to run. And then they'll
Beep boop.
pass out dramatically.
Are we going?
We're going.
Okay, Brandon will pop out of the hole, sprint into the tavern, and just shout, "We gotta go!" And like loud boy. So top of the lungs. Go!
Freak
Go.
understands what has occurred here. The townsfolk seem put off by this rumbling, but Freak begins evacuating people. And the caravan is able to make it away from Sirandur as a great purple plume of smoke hits the sky.
Oopsies.
Yikes.
You guys watch as the plant life surrounding the area, now that you are far enough away, turns to this ashen, rotted, corrupt purple.
Oh no.
Hmm.
This is the opposite of reestablishing it as a prosperous farmland.
Yes! It is now barren and like magically devastated.
Brandon looks so sad.
I think we did good, everyone.
I didn't even know what half of those plants were.
I'm sure I could find some of the names of them, and don't worry, they won't be dead forever. I'm sure they'll regrow back. That's what plants do.
Not all plants.
I
The perennials.
have nothing positive to say right now.
You look real cool though. You're like,
Thank you. As steam billows from before, I guess it's been a minute, so like everything like comes back down and
Yeah.
glowing stops.
Still so badass.
For the most part, the devastation seems to have been contained to the town proper. The caravan is able to be on its merry way, and the four of you are given your own wagon to sort of rest in for the night, as Freak is going to pull an all-nighter guiding the horses to...
were you able to get your horse?
Oh, better.
Yes, yes.
Quark lives
There was,
forever.
there was enough time for everyone to get their
Okay.
things to evacuate, including Quark.
Including Quark. Very important.
For the audience
I
at
mean-
home, all pets have blanket plot armor in my games.
Quark counts as a pet, despite
Quark
being a
counts
warhorse.
as a pet. Yes. Yeah, we will pan up on the caravan heading bound to Gorasin, the capital of Tainem, with the devastation of Sirandur behind us.
Oh,
Are
devastation.
we the bad guys?
That is where we are going to leave this episode. I'm going to quickly reassure my players that not everything is permanent and not everything is the finality of a town devastated.
Mysterious
All
to
heroes
say.
need a problem.
You're doing so
Yeah.
good.
You're doing
Very
so
good.
good.
I mean,
But
no
that
one
is where-
died except for
No one
someone who's
died.
already dead.
Yeah. They were just killed again.
It's not our
damn.
problem. It's fine.
Oh, I
Thank
love
you all
it.
so much for joining us. I'm going to give everyone a chance to go around and say who they are, where we can find them on the internet, and allow them to plug anything they would like to plug. We are going to, same as always, we are going to start with Kay.
Hey, well, I am Kate Purcell. You can find me across the internet at KDamphyr. That is KAYDAMPHYR. Over on my channel, Chaotic Wholesome, which is now Chaotic Wholesome on both Twitch and YouTube because I finally got that URL. You can find me and my creative partner, David, over every Tuesday doing the Table Talk Show where we talk all things TTRPGs from indies to intersectionality. We are doing our playthrough of Baldur's Gate 3, and I have a lot of other projects that I'm working on that I cannot talk about right now because that is the life. However, if you are looking for a podcast, please do check out the Emergency Power Podcast, which is a homebrew Starfinder game where I play Soul, who is the worst person in the world. So if you need the opposite of Brandon, that's what I'm playing. They're disaster queer in outer space, and they deserve everything they get. Thank you all. Good to see you, Lurking Writer. And yeah, that's me.
All right, on to Mika.
Hi, I'm Mika. I do things. I am the co-creator of Roll D5, Crit Award nominated channel, and so you can find me there, or you can find me. There are lots of places you can find me. I know tomorrow you can see me playing Delta Green on Lost Caravan. You can catch me there fairly often, because for some reason they keep casting me in things. Also, right now on Spotify, you can go listen to The Heart of the Dungeon. I'm in season 2, where I play a chaotic Corvid Fae named Lala Lemon, who smokes and actually has like the same voice as Lemon Sour, because I can only do like 3 voices. Um,
Fair.
and this is run by Rara. If you don't know who Rara is, they are beautiful. You can also catch me Mondays on Talking XP doing Ravenloft Misfits, or on random. We have no set schedule for this, but you can also catch me playing Performance Review, which is a Triangle Agency actual play, also on Talking XP. For the next like 5 weeks on Help Action, or sorry, on Don't Kill My Character, playing Shipwrecked 5e parody type adventure. For the Horde of the Dragon Queen on Wanderer's Haven, typically on Wednesdays. The upcoming Somebody's Heroes on Hebridean Tales. Also, Relict Trouble on the Mountaintop on the Tabletop Network, a podcast, and that we'll say that covers it.
You've only
That's
got a
gonna-
few things.
Yeah,
That's gonna
no,
bring
I'm
us
not spreading
down.
myself too thin.
And over to Gina.
Hi, I'm Gina. You can find me on Twitter at _ Gina Than, like Jonathan, but with Gina at the beginning. I've been looking for my calendar this entire time and I can't find it, but I will on Monday be in a Vaesen game, a Penny Dreadful inspired one shot on folk and myth. I don't
Ooh.
remember what time that is. It is sometime in the evening. Folk and myth will have a schedule tweet somewhere that already went out. I don't have my calendar, so I don't know what time it is. And otherwise, I am here. It's all I've got going on right now.
All right, and last but not least, that leaves us with B.
Yeah, I also have no concept of like, I don't know, time, space, reality. So, hey, my name is B Zelda. I create things sometimes. Otherwise, I just kind of exist on the internet. Oh, I'm so distracted. That wrote my name is Steve Zelda. And nobody's ever called me Steve. So I feel a little called out by this caption. But you can follow me on all socials as B Zelda _ There we go. Wow. It does its best, and for that we care. Yeah, podcaster, streamer. Right now, you can. I don't know what you can check out. Just check me out online. I might be doing things, I might not. Who knows?
Right. Thank you to my wonderful cast for coming back for another episode of this.
Woo.
I
I'm
am
very
as-
attached.
Good. I mean, maybe not good. I don't know yet. But
Oh,
good,
huh.
generally speaking. I like to know that you're enjoying. But I'm JT. I'm the proprietor. This is my channel, technically, only in like deed and legality alone. I GM one of 6 games going on right now. I mostly just handle the organization and the promos and stuff. I do have a couple more projects coming up for this channel that I am very excited about. But you can find me all over the internet at Weebjeet and Entropy Emporium, where we post all the upcoming things. For me personally, I have next Wednesday and every other Wednesday after that. Come here. I run Beacon's Royal
Hey there.
Flush over on High Shelf Collective. We have one more episode of that before we return to the Beacons of Farlight Arc 3. That is all set in my post-apocalyptic fucked up world where things are just a little bit weird. It used to be a fantasy world, now it's kind of just weird. We use the beacon system by Pirate Gonzalez Games over there, and I've got a lot of really fun big stuff coming up after Arc 3 is over for that I'm very excited about. You can find me on the alternate Wednesday as Caldwell and Lost Caravan in the Nova mini-series. We are on season 2 of that mini-series now, so will be a full campaign soon, I'm sure. As for Entropy Emporium, every other Tuesday, including next Tuesday, you can catch They Call Us Villains. It is our Horror Masks actual play podcast. Not podcast, actual play live stream run by JD from over at LFTA. It is very cool. They are very feral about it. Every other Thursday, including yesterday and 2 Thursdays from then, is God Complex, our Girl by Moonlight Pacific Rim meets Neon Genesis Evangelion meets... Stay off my computer, please. Sorry. And then every other Fridays is this, Weirdwilds War, Homebrew 5e. You know it, you love it. I have a wonderful cast. And then every other Saturday is Blooming in the Rot, our Invisible Sun campaign run by Kian. And then every Monday for the next few Mondays, we have Brindlewood Bay, followed by Public Access. It is an anthology series that Kian put together. I've actually had no involvement in the generation of this show. So this is the first fully autonomous thing that I have not had any particular involvement in except for giving the thumbs up. We're very excited about it. I have a really cool project coming up that I have been so inspired for. Tater is helping. But in the meantime, we are going to go ahead and raid over to High Shelf Collective. They are doing their summer of one-shots. I think tonight they are playing Mass Effect, which is a system that people over there have homebrewed. Thank you. So stick around to show them some love and support. Otherwise, do good things, be good people, and we will see you all in a couple of weeks. Have a wonderful night, everybody.